Hello, this is Mark Wilbur at tusho.com, and this is Phonics Friday number 20, where we learn how to be better teachers of English, especially in terms of the connection between phonics and spelling, and help our students develop their ears, and all kinds of good stuff. Today is going to be a pretty quick one. This is about words ending with the letter A. As usual, I'll start by giving a bunch of examples and let you figure out the rule. Tuba, parka, umbrella, Mona, Sandra, a bunch of names that end in A. Emma, Amanda, trifecta, Zelda, Mama, Papa, so on. So as I'm sure you can tell, the rule is if a word ends in an A, then pronounce it as a short U. And to be clear, I can't think of too many words, or I can't think of any words that end in U that have a short U sound. All those I can think of have a long U sound or a long OO sound, so it's not a hard guess for pretty much any word you can think of that ends with an sound to use an A. In fact, this sound at the end of the word is so prevalent that when we want to write that, for when someone is saying a word that doesn't end in an sound normally, like someone who says fellas instead of fellows, we would write that fella as F-E-L-L-U, as F-E-L-L-A, not as F-E-L-L-U. Same thing with any kind of vernacular sound. When, like, say someone says gangsta instead of gangster, we write that with an A. We don't write it with a U or a UH. That's just how ingrained this pattern is. I don't know if it's the most common thing in the world, but students pretty much all learn a few words like that pretty early on, names or the word banana. So yeah, it's a good one. As for me, myself, this week marks my, or I should say today, marks my 1 month into the Hack Reactor, formerly known as Catalyst class. And it's been great. 1 month down, 2 months to go. We've been insanely busy, but learning lots and lots of cool stuff. And I recently wrote a post that made it to the top of Reddit programming and Hacker News about a famous problem called the N queens and N rooks problem. It's a kind of a computer sciencey thing, but the idea is if you have a chessboard or something like a chessboard, but not necessarily the same size, of width n and height n, so like n rows and n columns, how can you place n queens on the board so that none of them attack each other? Or how can you place n rooks on the board so that none of them attack each other? N rooks is pretty easy to solve. You can just put them down the line along a diagonal, and no one will, or none of them will be able to attack each other. With queens, it's a lot more complicated and a lot more interesting. Anyway, I put up a post on it on my other blog, logicmason.com, and since the whole thing I wrote was in JavaScript, I embedded in an interactive board into the post. So if anyone wants to check that out, that would be cool. Like it, share it, whatever. Anyway, it's been fun, and I will see you guys next week on Friday, which I actually record very late on Thursday because I'm in class on Friday. See ya!